We have the big fish in the house, and that is Rufai has come out to speak on certain issues concerning after the Salah celebrations. He has come out to speak after a long silence. He has said that Tinubu is running a Yoruba-led federal government. That is what this man has said, and it is attracting a lot of criticisms from his end. Tinubu running Yoruba-led federal government, and most of these times you see he's posting a letter written by an Igbo man. He's always posting a letter. The Igbo men are the ones that they use to push out their agenda, to push out what they want to, because the Rufai, I believe he's smart and intelligent. He knows how to pass his message. Now, a warning to the Yoruba-led federal government. Now, by Chuks Emeka, this on April 6th, 2005. Rufai posted it. It tells you a lot about how they are passing their message. So, reading all this, I can't read all this this morning, but it is all about how the Yoruba-led federal government by Tinubu is laying foundations of disagreements, of hatred between the North and the Southwest. How the Yoruba-led government of Tinubu is laying foundations of hatred between the North and the Southwest. And they are pointing out, after 8 years, the Yoruba-led government should not also be amazed at how the next person that is going to come. I told you that these people know. They know what is at stake. They know that they cannot stand up to the kind of politics that Tinubu is playing under this APC. They know they cannot. Because, my God, look at Valentine Ozigbo, who left the Labour Party to the APC. I want to make an example from that. He lost in the APC, and now, according to intel we are getting, they may give him a federal appointment. So, one politician that is at the back is looking at me. I did for opposition, nothing for me. It's not good for me to just decamp and go to the APC. Let me try. Maybe if I go to APC, I will be part of people that will take the national cake. So the APC, they are playing smart politics. So whatever opposition is coming to offer any politician at this point in time, they may reject it. I'm telling you, whether it is SDP or Labour Party. There's an issue with Abure now. We'll talk about that later. So the APC is playing a kind of politics that I don't think we have ever seen this before. I've ever seen this kind of politics before. But I know that the national cake is not going to reach everybody. The politicians themselves, now them feel they share the national cake. If you not going to reach me and you, highest then during Easter now, the carry rice going to share for everybody. The empowerment, the health sector, whatever that comes with justice, fairness, and equity might not get you and I. So the APC is making sure that they solidify their party without the approval of the people. It is approval of their structure of criminality. So what is Ozigbo leaving Labour Party, going to APC, knowing fully well that the people that supported him in Labour Party would frown at such movement? What is his ideology? Going to the APC, you lost, and the APC, they are trying to save face by giving me a federal appointment. Uzodima down in day one side, we know they hear in voice anymore. As much as we understand that this system will not work for the average Nigerian, we also understand that the opposition, whether led by Rufai or led by whoever that is coming, if I don't see the steps they are taking, if you don't see some of the moves they are taking, formidable moves they are taking, well, I will not judge until we get to 2026 next year. This year is the only year Tinubu has, according to where they play politics in Nigeria, is the only year Tinubu has to do the project and everything, kick off this, kick off that. Kick off this, kick off that. So Tinubu has just this year to prepare to campaign for 2026. So if I see the opposition, if I see some of the things they are put on ground, the pressure they put on this current government to reform INEC, to reform electoral reforms, to reform the police and every other reforms, the judiciary. If I see moves by them and I see that they are willing to sacrifice their lives for the people, then I can say that they can stop Tinubu. But if they are playing the same selfish politics like an average politician will play, Tinubu has upped his game. They cannot stop him. I'm not supporting a Tinubu. I can never support a Tinubu. So don't even look at that area, because I know that politicians likewise cannot stop this system because they are a part of that system. It takes a neutral person that has love for the people and is willing to sacrifice his all for the people, that can stop this demonic movement. If not, we are all just there. We are deceiving ourselves that this or that. So what is Rufai saying? Everybody is saying that this appointment made by Tinubu, because I said he used this Igbo man to write the letter. We know how that plays, because you cannot post something that you do not approve of. Mr. Chuks Emeka, you are being, Rufai loves your post. So now he talked about what is happening to Emir Sanusi. Let me read it. Let me say it plainly. What is happening to Emir Sanusi is not just an attack on a man, it is an attack on intellect, courage, and the idea that a traditional ruler can also be a voice of conscience. Sanusi speaks hard truth. He challenges corruption. He's a northern elite who refuses to play along with the politics of stagnation. And for this, a section of the northern power structure has turned against him with venom. He talked about the Nigerian police force, an institution that should be impartial and focused on real security threats, is being weaponized to intimidate a respected monarch. This is not just an abuse of power, it's an abuse that is being carried out under a Yoruba presidency. One that many of us across the country supported out of hope for national healing, restructuring, and competence. National healing, restructuring, and competence. So what they are implying is that this Yoruba presidency is not ready for national healing, is not ready for restructuring, and is not competent. Instead, what we are witnessing is a presidency that looks away as its office is used to deepen northern divisions, humiliate progressive voices, and prop up those who have kept the region and by extension the country in chain. So this Fulani man is telling us that Tinubu is going to deepen northern divisions. No, Tinubu will not listen to this one. He will not even, that will not concern him. What I've told you, you don't know Jagaban. If you know Jagaban, most people will have regretted giving him that key to the treasury. But so far he's the president, he will complete in 8 years. Don't you see the acrobatics he's doing? Don't you see what he's doing? Now, will the relationship between the north and the southwest, will it break? I doubt so. But it will severe, just like a man and woman, or a man and woman in a marriage. The woman does something, the love for the man, for the woman diminishes, the respect for that person diminishes. They cannot sever that relationship. The north does not have what it takes to sever the relationship with southwest. Why? Because it involves national cake. One side cannot just take the national cake. The north cannot just win elections by themselves. They need an alliance. The southwest cannot win by themselves. They need also an alliance. So it is when it is my turn, how I can play the politics when it's my turn to favor myself. I enjoy it, just like winner take all. So when we play that bet and winner take all, maybe now it is southwest turn, let them take all. The next one, we know it is northern turn, northern winner take all. So that relationship is based on how they are going to feast on the national cake. So there might not be they cannot severe. All these things that Rufai is doing is just shouting at the top of his voice. They cannot severe that relationship. The highest thing they can do is that when the Fulani get into power, they will repeat the same thing that Tinubu did, a Yoruba-led presidency. Remember, Buhari started all these things. Fulani-led presidency. There's no time the Southwest called me. I'm not supporting any of them, but I'm trying to send a message to Rufai. There's no time the Southwest called the reign of Buhari, the 8 years of Buhari, called it the Fulani presidency. It was even the Southeast and the Southerners. Some Southwesterners also said so, with respect. If I'm talking about Southwest, ever in my video, if I'm talking about Southwest and politics, I'm talking about the political angle of the Southwest. I don't talk about the people. I'm talking about the Southeast. I'm talking about the political players. So I want to correct myself now, because I know some Southwesterners that are against the Buhari administration, Southeasterners that supported the Buhari administration. But look at this as politicians, Southwest politicians. So there's no how they can sever their relationship, because the Igbos are not ready to align with anybody. I've told you the agenda, everybody's agenda is different. The Igbos are saying we don't want to be this. 75% almost out of Nigeria, 25% are asking for regionalism, restructuring. The Southwest wants to use Nigeria and adopt Nigeria. The northern part of Nigeria wants to take over Nigeria and own Nigeria. If it's possible, they Islamize Nigeria and let Nigeria be their own, their property, with everybody by force in it. The Southwest on one side, let's chop, let's enjoy, let's bandung, let's enjoy. They enjoy. If it's time, if it gets to a point that it's no more this thing, we'll go. They are starting on 2 mandates, 2 agendas. One Nigeria and also regionalism. So they cannot. But let's see what the presidency of Tinubu will be like. I told you that Tinubu may be Nigeria's last president. And I told you that if the Fulani try to do any rubbish, they go hit them blue-black with Nnamdi Kano. That is my opinion. I stand to be corrected. So the Fulani will not do much more than Willie. The next INEC chairman may be from Kwara State, Yoruba Northerner. We are all in Nigeria. We understand how things will run. There's some things we cannot even say that we have seen. Some people, they are involved in the government. They will tell us that Nigeria cannot be better. They are in the government. They will tell you that Nigeria. They see what is happening. They are just there just to like the kind of policies the Southwest play, just to enjoy the moment and enjoy themselves and whatever. So he says, how can any honest Northerner with vision or value support another Yoruba presidency after this? I think I might use this as my headline. How can any honest Northerner with vision or values support another Yoruba presidency after this? How can they not believe that a Yoruba-led federal government will stand for fairness if it allows itself to be a tool in internal Hausa Fulani factional disputes? Let me remind our Yoruba brothers and sisters, when power is used to destroy your allies in other regions, it may win you short-term praise and those who benefit, but the price is long-term alienation. And if those now benefiting from Sanusi's humiliation think they are strengthening themselves, they are mistaken. They are destroying what remains of the North's moral credibility and doing it in full view of the rest of the country. This one a big complaint, though. This one a big willy. My own is that let them fight to the extent that everybody will now say, to your tent, O Israel. I've said it, I will keep on saying it. This system is not sustainable. Resource control at best, regionalism. This system is not sustainable because the way they organize this thing, the way they pass this wire this house, man, is destructive. Because it is a foundation that is being set. Somebody else, Tinubu leaves today, the masses will cry. Buhari entered, the masses cry 8 years. Tinubu entered, the masses are crying. Tinubu spent 8 years, the masses will still cry. Another person come with different language and different campaign promises and blah blah blah, and do all this acrobatic blah blah, all this ceremony, the masses will still cry for now 8 years. Somebody that they born 2015 is now 24 years. His active days are being wasted by these leaders because they are trying to tell us that something really is happening with their kind of system of practice of governance. How do you come as a federal, someone that is a president of multi-ethnic societies, you come and you start playing to tribal politics and nepotism? You take from other people's resources to benefit yourself and your tribal interests. How does that make sense? How would that system survive? Today you use federal money, run your package, and it's clear to everybody that you use federal money, run your package. Tomorrow I use my own federal money, run my package. Maybe I destroy that one you built. I start another one. That's how we'll be destroying, rubbishing. I hope this is not a threat by northern politicians that they are going to do their own to their Yoruba brothers at the end of the day. I hope this is not a threat. This moment calls for all Nigerians, Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa, and others to stand on the side of reason. The issue here is not Sanusi's title, it is the future of how we relate to power, culture, and conscience in this country. If this is what, I may end with this one. If this is what a Yoruba presidency does with federal authority, then many across the north and indeed the rest of Nigeria will begin to ask, was it ever really worth supporting? This is shared by Rufai. Shows he approves of it. Putting it, he has been doing it for the past, as long as I've known. Take this thing and post it. Maybe it will not be directly from him, that somebody else is telling us his thoughts, or what he believes, or what he accepts, or what he agrees to, by posting it on his own timeline. It's not new. I've said it before that the Fulani are waiting after 8 years of Tinubu to run their own package on anybody and everybody. They are waiting seriously. It's only dependent on Tinubu to restructure Nigeria after this, because if they are coming with a bang. They are putting down their notes. They are noting down everything that this administration is doing. They are noting it. They are looking at everything. Yes, you are doing this one, you do this one. We note. When we come into power, we I fear the Fulani. Fulani, don't forget. Fulani are very, very intelligent being. They are very manipulative and very intelligent. They are not smart. They prey on your weakness. That doesn't make you smart. Make you stupid. The Nigerian police force has withdrawn an invitation letter issued to the embattled Emir of Kano, Alhaji Sanusi Lamido. The Nigerian police force has withdrawn that letter. He was billed to appear before the police force on the 8th of April 2025 to come and explain. Let's look at the letter. MPF withdraws invitation letter. The Nigerian police force has withdrawn its earlier invitation extended to Alhaji Sanusi in connection with the unfortunate incident that occurred in Kano State during the Salah celebration on March 30th, 2025. The invitation was initially issued to enable Alhaji Sanusi to provide his account of the events that led to the breakdown of law and order in the state. So that invitation for him to appear in Abuja has been withdrawn. So the FID operatives, look at the letter. IGP directs FID operatives to obtain Alhaji Sanusi's statement in Kano. Now my question is, does the federal government recognize Lamido Sanusi as the Emir of Kano? Does the federal government? Amongst Bayero and Sanusi, who does the federal government recognize as the Emir of Kano? We told you that one is state-sponsored or state-backed, while the other one is federal government-backed. Now, my answer I got from this press release by the Nigerian Police Force. Look at what it says. The title of the press release says, IGP directs FID operatives to obtain Alhaji Sanusi's statement in Kano. So the police will address Sanusi as Alhaji Sanusi, not as Emir Sanusi. It tells you a lot about the power play in this whole saga. So during the Salah celebration, the police had warned that no Dubas, whatever, no Duba, yes, where they carry their horses and they move that celebration, no Duba. But Sanusi, according to this letter, yes, let me read it. Prior to the Salah Day celebration, credible intelligence at the disposal of the police indicated that the two disputed emirs in Kano State, Alhaji Ado Bayero and Alhaji Lamido Sanusi, were planning to hold separate Dobar festivals. Now, after the Salah, Alhaji Sanusi hopped on his horse and did a little movement, and that led to the death of somebody. So the police is inviting Alhaji Sanusi to come and give account of what happened. Were you doing the Dubar festival? Or because the Dubar festival is a long-held tradition which involves a recognized emir riding on horses around the city in company of his people. Look at the actual thing that happened. Alhaji Sanusi, who attended the EIG prayers in his car, decided to mount on a horse in a procession after EIG prayers, 8 prayers on Salah Day, accompanied by local vigilantes. This triggered a confrontation by youths in the community, leading to the tragic death of one Usman Sagiru and leaving several others injured. A situation which the force had earlier warned against and intended to avert by the emissaries sent earlier to both Alhaji Sanusi and Alhaji Ado Bayero. Now let's move on. Thank God that the Sanusi of a thing will not make headline when you see him moving towards the police forces quarters. Want to respect the man, or self-recognition, want to respect him by going to his palace, in quote, to get that statement. Next on, let's look at reactions. Now, an engineer Ishaq Muhammad on Twitter says, honestly, the IGP really crossed the line with that invitation to Emir Sanusi. It was a big insult to our tradition and culture in the north. He needs to apologize publicly. This is not how to treat a respected royal father, someone who has served this country with wisdom and dignity. These are the opinions of some people in northern Nigeria. I know there are people that are supporting Ado Bayero and there are others that are supporting Alhaji Sanusi. Whatever, it is a big dent on the cultural heritage of those in Kano State. Let's move on